When did your experienced NCO get overruled by a brand new lieutenant? Staff Sergeant Wyatt had been in the Army for 16 years. 3 combat tours, expert in convoy operations. The guy could smell an ambush before it happened. Then we got Lieutenant Brennan fresh out of West Point, 22 years old, never deployed. Still had that new uniform smell. We were running supply convoys in Iraq. Simple route we'd driven 100 times. Wyatt knew every pothole, every building, every spot where insurgents like to hide. Before each mission, Wyatt would brief us on the route. We take Highway 10 to the checkpoint, then cut through the industrial district. Fastest route, least exposure. Our first convoy with Brennan, he pulled out a map during the brief. Actually, I've studied the terrain. We should take the southern route through the residential area. It's 2 miles shorter. Wyatt's jaw tightened. Sir, with respect, that route takes us through narrow streets. No room to maneuver if we get hit. The manual says we should always choose the most direct route to minimize time in transit. The manual wasn't written by someone who's driven these roads 300 times, sir. Brennan's face went red. Are you questioning my authority, Sergeant? No, sir. Just providing experienced input. We're taking the southern route. That's an order. I was driving the lead vehicle. Could see Wyatt's hands gripping his rifle tighter than normal. He knew this was wrong, but couldn't override an officer's direct command. We rolled out at dawn. The southern route looked fine at first. Paved streets, some civilians walking around. Brennan was smiling in the passenger seat. Then the streets got narrower. Buildings pressed in on both sides. Our vehicles barely fit between the walls. Exactly what Wyatt had warned about. I felt my heart rate climbing. This was bad tactical positioning. If anything happened, we were trapped. Wyatt's voice came over the radio. All vehicles maintain tight formation. Watch your intervals. We were halfway through the residential area when the first shot rang out. Sniper fire from a rooftop. Round pinged off our armor. Contact right, someone yelled over the radio. More shots. Then an RPG streaked past my window, exploded against a building behind us. The whole convoy was stuck in this narrow kill zone with no way to maneuver. Brennan froze, just sat there staring at the windshield. His first taste of combat, and he'd put us in the worst possible position. Wyatt took over immediately. All vehicles, reverse, back the way we came. Move now. We started backing up, drivers looking over their shoulders, gunners returning fire. It was chaos. Vehicles bumping into each other, civilians running everywhere. Another RPG hit the building next to us. Debris rained down on our hood. I could hear Brennan breathing fast, almost hyperventilating. Stay calm, sir, I said. We're getting out of this. Wyatt coordinated the entire withdrawal over the radio. Got all 5 vehicles back to the main road. Once we were clear, he redirected us to his original route. No more contact. Made it to the checkpoint without incident. The route Wyatt had suggested from the start. Back at base, Brennan disappeared into his quarters. Didn't come to the debrief. Didn't talk to anyone. Wyatt gathered us in the motor pool. Everyone okay? Anyone hurt? We all shook our heads. One vehicle had some bullet damage, but nothing serious. Good. Write up your after-action reports. Be honest but professional. The next morning, the company commander called Wyatt and Brennan to his office. We waited outside, nervous. This could go either way. They were in there for an hour. When they came out, Brennan looked like he'd been crying. Wyatt's face was unreadable. That afternoon, Brennan requested to speak to the whole platoon. We gathered in the common area. Yesterday, I made a serious tactical error that put your lives at risk. Sergeant Wyatt gave me good advice, and I ignored it because I was more concerned with asserting authority than listening to experience. He paused, clearly struggling. I'm requesting to be removed as platoon leader. You deserve better leadership than what I demonstrated. Wyatt stepped forward. Sir, with respect, I disagree. You made a mistake. Everyone does. The question is what you learn from it. I nearly got people killed, but you didn't. And now you know why we do things certain ways. That knowledge is worth something. The commander decided Brennan would stay on as platoon leader, but Wyatt would have final approval on all tactical decisions until Brennan had more experience. For the next 6 months, Brennan asked Wyatt's opinion on everything. Studied convoy routes together, listened during briefs, learned. By the time we rotated home, Brennan had become a solid officer. Not great yet, but competent. And he never forgot that first convoy. Years later, I heard Brennan made captain and got his own company. First thing he did was institute a policy requiring all new officers to spend 2 weeks shadowing their senior NCOs before making any tactical decisions. Called it the Wyatt Protocol.